So I will be talking about Italy today and what they eat compared to America. So how Italy obtains their nutrients. So they obtain carbohydrates through whole grains, pastas, and bread. They obtain proteins through lean meats, chicken, turkey, fish. They get fats and lipids through olive oil. They put that in their pasta. Cheese, olives, nuts. They get the nucleic acids mainly through vegetables. So what a regular meal would look like in Italy. So for breakfast, they keep it fairly light, and every meal is in very small portions. So they have a coffee or espresso with a pastry, such as like a piece of light brioche bread or toast. For lunch, it's actually their main meal. So in the US, dinner is our main meal, but in Italy, it's lunch. So they have small portions of soup, rice, or pasta, along with meat or fish, and a side of vegetables. It doesn't have to include all of these courses, but that's what they usually have. And for dinner, dinner's very light too. So they have soup, pasta, cold cuts with veggies or cheese, and everything's in small portions. So their junk food intake is fairly low. They don't have, when they want a snack, they don't have chips or soda like we would have. They have more of like fruits, cheeses, or nuts. When they snack, they have fruit or an espresso. And for desserts, they only eat desserts during holidays or special occasions. So here we almost have dessert every night, whether it's ice cream or cake. There for their desserts, they have cherries like figs, plums, fruits, cheeses, nuts, stuff like that. They do have fast food in Italy, but it's only in larger cities. So the smaller cities don't really have a McDonald's or anything. And they have very little processed foods. So they do not have a lot of frozen pizzas or TV dinners like chicken tenders and fries. And you won't see a lot of cereal at the grocery stores or any of that frozen stuff. It's very little to none. That's a little insight about what Italy eats.
So today I'm going to be continuing to talk about Italy and how they get their number 2 rank for being healthy. So physical activity is a big part of this. 64.1% of adults in Italy meet the World Health Organization recommended physical activity levels, while only 20% of the United States adults do, which is a big drop. In Italy, 2 hours of PE is mandatory in their primary and secondary schools, so they're trying to get their younger population active and helping them achieve that active level through their life. Although Italy has a relatively short sporting tradition, they are very big into football and they've won many World Cups for it. They also like basketball, cycling, and volleyball. This physical activity level helps their diet because people who are typically working out are also eating healthier because they want the positive effects on their health. And even if they're not eating as healthy, they're burning more calories, which means they're burning some of what they're taking in, which can be helpful. The socioeconomic levels also have a lot to do with their diets. So the poverty level in Italy is around 8.4%, while the poverty level in the USA is 11.8%, so it's much higher. This increase in money allows for an increase in the availability of healthier food because it is more expensive. So lower money is lower healthy living because it's more about getting what you can at that point. Italy also has a score of 100 and is number 1 in leaders for water and sanitation. So this clean water and clean country also encourages people to eat healthier and be healthier. Some big changes that us Americans can make to try to get higher ranks in our healthy eating can be looked at from the Italians. So they eat healthy fats, fresh produce, and pasta, but they have relatively low obesity rates. So the first change that we can make revolves around coffee. So in America, we drink sugary coffee and we run on Dunkin' and Starbucks, and we are always drinking it in to-go cups, so we're doing it on the move. While in Italy, they typically relax and enjoy their coffee, And they don't have a Dunkin' or Starbucks. They're not big into those fast food breakfast places. So when they relax, drink their coffee, it's lowering their stress, and they're also drinking typically darker coffee or espresso, which is lowering their sugar intake. They also eat pasta almost daily, and 25% of people eat it daily there, which is a lot, but they have much better portion control. So when they're eating the pasta, they'll have something else. Pasta will not be their meal like it would be here, where we just have a big plate of spaghetti. Also, when they're eating, they're using mindful eating typically. So this is focusing and enjoying the food. So they're not doing 5 other things while they're eating. And the Mediterranean diet is native to southern Italy, and it is a super healthy diet that many of them follow, so that helps too. And they eat more real foods. So in America, we have a lot of strange ingredients where we're not really sure what it is, while Italians are eating that fresh and natural food that is really helping their diet. In conclusion, Italy has a very good health system and very high life expectancy, which has a lot to do with their second health rating and their great diet.